my coins, welcome back to our channel. My name is Joy, and if you're new, we help millennials build wealth so they can live life on their terms. Now, if you are ready to stop overspending your hard-earned money, then definitely like this video. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna let you in on a secret I've been holding. I am actually part of a secret society. Now, it's not actually a secret society, it's just more of a book club that I do every Tuesday. So a lot of us have been bringing up in our book club that we have an issue overspending with friends. Now you guys are probably feeling the same way as we are now in phase 4. Thank you, Cuermo. So we wanted to make this video to help you not overspend your money during the reopening of America. So if you feel like you've been swiping your Chase Sapphire Reserve card a little too much outside these days, then you're definitely going to want to stick until the end of this video, because we're going to share with you the 5 tips to stop overspending with your friends. Now, before jumping into the 5 tips on how to stop overspending with your friends, first we got to understand why we're doing it in the first place. So there's typically 2 reasons why you are overspending with friends. The first part is going to be the emotional side of how you're feeling. So have you ever gone into Trader Joe's when you're super hungry and then you feel like you bought the entire aisle 10? Well, that's the same way when it comes to how you spend with money. If you are stressed, angry, sad, all those type of emotions, then you're more likely to make impulse decisions when it comes to spending. Now, the second reason why you may be overspending a lot is because you are just unconscious that you are doing that. Have you guys ever heard the saying out of sight, out of mind? It's commonly used when we're referring to dating. For example, when I'm totally over a guy, I'll just block him on social media because why would I want to see his stuff? Well, that's the same thing with money. A lot of us rarely log into our bank accounts or check our credit card balance, and we feel like if we're not checking it, then it's totally okay. But it's not okay. So I'm gonna show you guys how we can be more intentional and conscious with our spending. Now, in these 5 easy steps, I'm going to show you how we cannot react emotionally or unconsciously into the ways that we are spending. That way, we can be back on the fast track to financial freedom and leaving that dead-end job that you hate. So make sure you watch until the end. Now, acknowledging you have a problem is the first step to recovery. So let's all give ourselves a round of applause. If Brittany can survive 2007, then so can you. All right, so let's get into the 5 easy steps on how to stop overspending with your friends. Tip number 1. I actually got this from my friend Chanel, and she's over in Los Angeles. She is a travel creator, so I'll put her Instagram over here so you guys can check her out. But she suggested hanging out with your friends in bulk. Listen closely. So basically what you'll do is, instead of hanging out with your friends one-on-one, where you would spend anywhere from $20 to $40 on a meal, for example, you pull together all your friends and instead you just have a huge hangout together. So an example could be is you could do a bougie brunch on Saturday or Sunday, or you guys could do a big dinner that's social distancing one day of the week. That way, when the bill comes, you're still paying the same amount you would if you were only hanging out with one person, but then you get to see all your friends together and you get to have a great experience. Now, pro tip is if you just moved to a big city like LA, San Francisco, or New York, and you're having a hard time to make friends, this is actually a great way to also meet more friends, because if you're inviting your network to a dinner or a brunch, then your friends are more likely to also follow the same behavior and invite their friends in future events. Now, side note, if you guys are getting a lot of value so far in this video, definitely share this video with your friends so we can get this in front of some more coin members. Okay, so tip number 2 kind of piggybacks off of tip number 1, and that is building out your social calendar. So have you ever had any of your friends tell you, hey, I'm booked up for the next 2 weeks, but I can fit you in for lunch in the 3rd Tuesday of the month? I don't know, but that really happened to me when I moved to San Francisco and New York, and it was so annoying. I'm like, really? Like, are you Princess Diana? Like, how are you so busy? But here's a trick that I learned from my friend Alex over in our book club. He said that instead of just having impulse decisions and going to happy hour with coworkers or friends whenever they asked you, what you do instead is you plan out your social calendar for the week and the following week. Now, the pro tip with this is then you're not going over your budget because you're following what you originally said you would spend in the 50-30-20 rule. Now, if you want to have more tips on how to consciously spend with the 50-30-20 rule, then definitely subscribe to this channel and hit the bell so you're notified when that video does come out in the future. But yeah, going back to your social calendar with your friend, this helps you not overspend. But on top of that, it's also great because then you're always having plans and you're never worrying about whether or not you have something to do Friday night or over for the weekend. And it's also great because you always have something to look forward to. Now, those past two tips were helping you attack the conscious part of why you're overspending. Now, the next two tips, I'm going to explain how to attack the emotional part of your reason why you're overspending. Now, you've probably heard this term a lot in dating, but they always say you can't love someone else until you love yourself. And that's also true. As you guys know, in our videos, we incorporate dating with money. And so when you're working on yourself, then you're also working on your relationship when it comes with money. So let me explain. When you're typically overspending, it's probably to fill a void in your life that you're missing. Maybe you're really sad that your like boyfriend cheated on you, or that you failed your like college exam, or that your boss was really mean to you and you need to like drink away all your sorrows and kind of forget your present moment. Well, the thing that you actually need to do is like work on your inner happiness. So what I've actually thought about is when I was younger, I felt like my life was way more productive and healthy. And one thing that I did notice was that when I was younger, I was also going to my extracurricular activities proactively. So I was doing dance, piano, guitar, I was surfing, I was swimming, I was playing tennis, I was doing all the things, right? So as adults, we kind of forget that we need to have hobbies outside of work. They actually said that millennials are the generation with the least amount of hobbies. So what I highly recommend is to go on this website Meetup if you want to find like-minded people in your city that also share the same activities that you're interested in. So it could be photography, it could be like kickball, it could be soccer, it could be doing yoga, it could be like moms that like want to connect with other moms, like whatever it is. But find a hobby where you don't have to already buy something to already have that hobby. And then the great thing is you already have like-minded people that share the same hobby with you. So instead of going out to the bar to drink, you could be like, hey, do you want to do yoga, or do you want to go on a run? Do you want to bike through the park? And that doesn't cost you any money because you probably already have that equipment in your house. This on top of it keeps you happy because you're hanging out with people that share the same hobbies with you, and it just makes you feel like you're overall improving on yourself, and it makes you not want to go and just go online shopping for the entire afternoon. Now, tip number 4 now. This goes off of the first one. There's a study that actually says that when you exercise, it releases endorphins, aka it makes you happy. You've probably seen this in Lily Blonde. The reason why I'm explaining this is because, again, if you're finding hobbies in the earlier tip that I mentioned, it could be yoga or it could be Pilates, then what you can do is you can find like-minded friends that share that hobby, and you guys could work out together. Therefore, you're not going out and you're not spending a crazy amount. I actually did this. I found friends that already went to my gym earlier in the year when I was trying to save money, because then we could go to the same workout classes together and we didn't have to pay on top of that because we were already paying for your gym membership. Now, if you can't afford a gym membership right now, or you can't afford to go to, or you can't go to a gym at all because it's COVID, then what you can do is you can find someone who either really likes biking biking or really likes doing yoga outside or likes riding their bike around New York City, you could do that. Then you guys share a similar hobby and you guys can both exercise together. You'll look good, you'll feel good, and you're not spending money. Remember, working out releases endorphins. Endorphins make you happy. Happy people don't spend money. The last tip is, if none of the tips that I taught you earlier are going to work out, or you feel like they're not going to fit in with your group of friends, then I'm going to tell you a secret. So come closer. Okay, like really close. Close enough to see my pimple, okay? I'm going to tell you this secret. You need to get new friends. I know, it really sucks. Your friends kind of suck. So they always say this. I'm sure you guys have seen it in a bunch of YouTube videos already, or maybe you have a mentor and they told you this, but you are the 5 people that you surround yourself with. There's a study, and I used to tell this all the time to people that I managed. Have you guys ever gotten like a carton of blueberries, and then when your blueberries go rotten, it's usually like one cluster that like spreads like herpes and like attacks all the other blueberries? Well, that's kind of like the same thing when you think about it with your friends. So like, for instance, you make a suggestion to go biking or like not drinking and like doing another activity, and your friend's like no, and like totally like gaslights and shuts down every idea that you have in mind. You guys probably don't have a lot in common. And like, drinking isn't a hobby. I'm sorry to tell you that. Had to learn the hard way, but it's not a hobby. Yeah, I would suggest finding new friends, and you can find new friends by, again, going to hobbies that you already go to. So if you love dogs, for instance, and you already have a dog, you don't need to buy a dog, then you could just go to the dog park and meet other dog owners. Like, I have literally met so many other dog owners that way, and we literally have a dog club. I believe in you. I believe that you can totally recover from your addiction of overspending with your friends. And that goes back to these 5 steps, which is basically socialize in bulk, plan out your social calendar, find like-minded people with the same interests, exercise with people with the like-minded interests, or get new friends. Now, if you like this type of video, then definitely give it a like and share it with your friends that you know will want to do this, or inspire those friends to change and still be in your friend group. And if you are interested in seeing that future video about conscious budgeting for the 50-30-20 rule, then definitely subscribe and hit the button below. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know how you like this video. I hope you guys have a great day and you stay wealthy. I'll see you guys later. Bye.